Champions are not born. They're forged. This is about turning the ordinary into undisputed. Available now. Ade Oladipo, brought to you by Undisputed.
Good morning, everyone. How's everyone doing? Hopefully you guys are all doing well. Don't forget, if you're new to the channel, like, share, subscribe. Shout out to my sponsors, Undisputed. We got some things cooking, you know. It isn't just a case of them sponsoring the channel. We're working with each other on a few different projects, which hopefully I can announce in the next few weeks. They will be there as well, September 4th for my live. You guys can be there as well. Tickets are still available. Just go to the link in the description. All right, let's have a look and see what there is to talk about today before we talk about the big dogs, David Benavidez and Anthony Yarde. That was very interesting seeing them both together. And obviously I did a face-off as well. So it isn't no clickbait. I did the face-off. I'll tell you about the face-off. But let's, before we do that, let's have a quick look and see what else there is to talk about. Would a Manny Pacquiao win lure Floyd Mayweather Jr. back to the ring? The answer is absolutely yes, 100%. And I predicted this. I said this. I don't know if it was a video on this channel or for Talk Sport, but I said if Manny Pacquiao wins, he will fight Floyd Mayweather next. No doubt about it. And that fight will generate hundreds of millions. So that's why Floyd will say yes. Floyd will get in the best shape of his life, and he'll fight Manny Pacquiao. And by the way, you know what else is crazy? The closer this fight gets, and we are now what, 10 days away, Barrios is still a favorite. Barrios has to be a favorite, but I give Manny Pacquiao a shot. Like, this isn't 100 zit. Like, this could be 75-25, 75% Barrios, 25 Pacquiao, but it's close. It is close. Shakur Stevenson, William Zepeda, and the headaches fighters give each other. Yeah, both of these guys are problems for each other. Zepeda's output is a problem for Shakur Stevenson, especially because Shakur can't detonate him because of his hands. Hopefully Shakur's hands are fine, but again, I've seen those hands, and I do think there is a problem, although I do know that he works on his hands every day for about 2-3 hours. And he's been around people, especially Floyd, who had problems with his hands as well early. So I'm guessing Floyd's told him how to make sure that these tools and these money stay as good as they can be. And Shakur's defensive skills on the back foot are a problem for Zepeda. So this is such an intriguing matchup. Shakur, the favorite, no doubt, but don't judge Zepeda on the Tevin Farmer performance. This is the fight that Zepeda's been wanting and waiting for a while, same as Shakur Stevenson. So I think this is going to be a fantastic fight. Lewis Crockett, Paddy Donovan rematch confirmed for IBF title. Yeah, I said this, it might have been on yesterday's video. As soon as Jaron Ennis announced that he's vacated the belt, this was going to be it. This is now an enormous fight. Enormous. And it goes from being in an arena to a stadium. So yeah, I look forward to this. What is this? This, well, tells us everything we need to know about Gervonta Davis versus Lamont Roach. That fighting happening because Gervonta Davis has been arrested in Florida. I think I read something about, let me just read it. I don't want to just speculate because domestic violence. I'm not even going to get into it. I'm not even going to get into it. Just when I felt like he had turned a corner, it's just, I don't know. All right, let's talk David Benavidez, Anthony Yarde. Let me give you guys the setting, right? So I was called to do the Benavidez interview a couple of days ago. They said, Ade, there's going to be a press conference. Are you around? Obviously, I'm here for the Club World Cup. Can you sit down with Benavidez? Can you sit down with Yarde? Can you sit down with Abdullah Mason? I was like, absolutely. Benavidez walked in first, and he had just this aura of a monster. That's his nickname, right? The Monster. And he greeted everyone, nice. But when he sat down, the way this guy just looks you straight in the eye, he makes you believe everything he's saying. Makes you believe it. And what was very intriguing, you guys know who my best fighter is, Dimitri Bivol. And he told a story to Showbiz. Showbiz was doing an interview with him as well before mine. And Showbiz kind of pushed him on the Bivol situation. And he said, look, guys, I'm not going to lie. He said, look, my dad's here. Everyone's here. It was at Churchill's gym, I think he said. He said, we were fighting. I got Bivol on the ropes. I landed, I think he said a 15, 20 punch combination. I pulled back and Bivol's legs kind of went a bit funny. And then Bivol said, okay, let's stop the spar. He said, if I'm lying, then, you know, God, whatever. But he said, not lying, and I believed him. I believed him. Once Bivol hears that, surely Bivol's going to have a response. But anyway, look, Benavidez walked in, very big. I said, dude, how much are you weighing right now? And he said, over 200 pounds. So he's a big guy. He's a big, how on earth that guy made 168, I have no idea. And I can almost see why Canelo's like, I ain't fighting you. You're too big. Like, and he's far too big for Canelo. Having met Canelo out of camp and Benavidez out of camp, the size difference between these two is astronomical. So yeah, Canelo ain't fighting that guy, no chance. So he walks in, I do my little sit down interview. After it's finished, we're getting sort of word that Yarde is here. And I said to Benavidez, have you ever seen Yarde before? He said, no, this is my first time seeing him right now. I was like, ooh, what's that like when fighters see each other? He's like, no, you know, we size each other up a little bit. So Yarde walks in. So Benavidez is here, staring, waiting. Yarde walks in. Obviously, I greet Yarde. Yarde greets me. And then they have this little moment. It might have only been about 5 or 10 seconds where they kind of stare at each other and then they kind of embrace. But it was that 5 or 10 seconds where I was like, whoa, these guys are kind of, they're literally sizing each other up. Yarde is enormous for light heavyweight. Like Yarde's back is like that. It's like a bodybuilder's back. And you can kind of see them size each other up, but it was respectful. It wasn't no David Morrell, David Benavidez situation. It was very respectful. And the face-off was respectful. I'd love to tell you guys that the face-off was electric and a fucking table flip. No. And sometimes you get that. And I even said it as well. I approached that face-off knowing both guys. Knowing Yarde ain't that type, right? And Benavidez ain't that type unless you provoke him, and Yarde is not going to provoke Benavidez. But both during the face-off were very like, I'm coming to win. I'm coming to knock you out. You know, just sometimes, and I've done quite a few of these face-offs, some face-offs don't require a chair to be flipped. You can just tell, you can sense in the room that both guys 100% believe in what they're saying. And Yarde is very believing in the fact that I've learned from the Beterbiev fight, I've learned from the Kovalev fight, you'll see, this is my weight division. And Benavidez is very believing that he is now on a run to becoming one of the best fighters in the world. I asked him about, do you care about pound for pound and stuff like that? And he's like, yeah, I do. Like, I want to be known as the pound for pound best fighter in the world. So I think this is going to be an incredible fight. I think this is bombs away. I did ask, what did I do? I did ask Yarde, is Benavidez better than Beterbiev? And there's like different fighters, different styles, but I kind of pushed on him like, no. Like basically what I'm asking is this a harder fight than the Beterbiev one was? And I think he kind of was like, non-committal, respectful, but deep down I don't think he thinks it is. That's what I think. Like fighting Beterbiev, when he fought Beterbiev, who at the time I think was 20-0, 20 knockouts. This, you know what I mean? Benavidez is scary, but he ain't Beterbiev scary. But nah, look, it was fascinating. I enjoyed it. It was exciting. And I can't wait for it. Honestly, I can't wait for it. It should be good. We just had a little meeting. So I'm in a hotel called the Moxie. We just had our meeting for the event on Saturday. I don't know when you guys are going to watch this. So obviously I'm presenting, me, Antonio Tarver, Chris Mannix on the main stage. Jim Lampley's in comms alongside Sergio Mora, Todd Grisham. Then it all switches a little bit, but it's a good team. Honestly, it's a good team. At the moment, there seems to be this issue with Katayev, who's scheduled to fight David Morrell. Obviously, he had an adverse finding, basically failed a drugs test, when he was fighting under the IBA rules. Remember, they're an amateur and pro organization based out in Turkey. So I don't know what is going to happen with that. You know, it's weird, yeah? Katayev's manager is George Kambosos. How strange. I just found that out. Anyway, but yeah, look, it should be a good one between those two. Abdullah Mason, I spoke to Abdullah Mason after as well. What a nice guy. Honestly, what a nice guy. Southpaw, 21 years of age. Can get caught. Like, it would not be an upset if Noakes beats Abdullah Mason for me. Noakes is a very good fighter as well. Unbeaten, carries a bit more pop, I think, than Abdullah Mason. In fact, definitely carries more pop. But Abdullah Mason is more skilled. It's a very American versus European style of fight. which I think is going to be a good one. All right, is there anything else? Eddie Reynoso distances himself from latest drug testing scandal. Okay. I better be quiet on this because I feel like I'm going to get in trouble because I'm very vocal on that camp. Because that camp needs to be investigated, but it is what it is. I feel like I'm the only one saying it. So if I'm the only one saying it, maybe I should zip myself before I get booted out again. All right. I think that is it. Yes, that is it. Guys, girls, I've got TalkSport in 2 hours, so I will see you. I'm trying to do videos. I know I'm not doing as many just because I'm so busy, but I'm trying to get out content for you guys. There is no Ade Gman because I don't like doing it on location over Zoom. I hate it. So I am back Tuesday morning and we'll get one in Tuesday evening. I promise. Peace.
Champions are not born. They're forged. This is about turning the ordinary into undisputed. Available now. Ade Oladipo, brought to you by Undisputed.